Hey, let's go back to Tom and Rob's shot. Large tornado on the ground. Go back to Tom and Rob's shot. Large tornado on the ground. There it is. This is going to be a violent tornado in southwestern Oklahoma. Large tornado on the ground. There's the right side of the tornado. There's the left side of the tornado. We have multiple tornadoes on the ground at the same time. All right, team of trackers, they're all over this. That is a large, violent tornado in southwestern Oklahoma. It's going to be on top or just south of Elmer. Folks, this is a violent tornado. Violent tornado right now in southwestern Oklahoma. It's going to be a half-mile wide.
That's what we're getting reports of. It's half-mile wide.
It's a half-mile wide tornado. He's got large hail falling. And again, let's go back to the control room. Let's put this in a smaller box. Large and violent tornado. This is going to be, looking at the width and the jet stream today, that's going to be possibly an EF4. An EF4, maybe stronger than that. This is a big, bad, mean storm. All right? It's produced already a half to maybe a mile wide tornado. Tom, we brought it to you live, had a violent tornado on the ground, a very large and violent tornado. We're checking to see if, we know we have damage down here. If this went over any home at all, we've got damage, all right?
David, our assignment desk has been checking on damage. The Altus emergency manager, Lloyd Colston, is saying there are down power lines just north of the Red River. Lots of folks are without power. There is roof collapse, that sort of thing, as you would expect. Also, Police Chief Eddie Holland out of Elk City did say that there are no reports of damage in Elk City as that circulation passed over there in Beckham County. Okay, no damage? No damage? No damage reported. Okay, all right, it was close. It was trying to spin there. Tornado continues on the ground. I mean just barely north of Tipton. All right, north of town, about 2 miles. You folks in Tipton, it's a sigh of relief for you. All right, but the tornado has been large. It has been violent. It's headed east-northeast. Let's do a storm track on this. Let's go back to Pathfinder control room, and then we're going to go back north. And there's the tornado right here. All right, moving east-northeast. Now, again, we got to start talking about Lawton. All right, we have to start talking about Lawton. We have to start talking about Cache. The atmosphere is set up today to get large, obviously now, we know, violent tornadoes. We've had them, and to be on the ground for a long time. And this is what we call a cyclic tornado. It runs for a while, it uses up a lot of energy, it reforms, and then it starts to produce another tornado. So that's what's happened so far. That'll be coming in Oklahoma City, at Union City and Yukon at about 7:50 to 8 o'clock, the way it looks right now. Jim, give us an update.
Well, that's right, David. Right now, again, it's a lot of heavy rain, David, as the storm is kind of weakened a little bit, but it looks like it may be on the upswing again and starting to build a little more energy here as we go back to the right here and we pan. You can see these clouds are very low to the ground. There's no rotation or anything, but they are hanging very low to the ground. They look pretty ominous, but right now, no rotation in this, just heavy rain, David, as it moves to the east-northeast. Jim Gardner reporting live from Bob Mills, Scott News 9, back to you.
All right, wow, look at that, Jim. And again, nothing tornadic out of this. I want to point that out, but Jim's looking right at it. And we're looking for any rotation in this. This thing did produce a small tornado earlier with Valcaster near Elk City, but Jim Gardner is up on it now, and it is not producing a tornado right now. But okay, let's go to Will Cavanaugh in Sky News 6. He is down there looking right at it, and again, he's at that circulation that is south down there. Let's take his shot if we can and get an update from him. Just froze up. Will, go ahead. Okay. All right, we'll find him.
Yeah, Dave, right
he's
now,
way down there. He's just about
Fletcher.
Okay,
you can
go ahead, Will.
As we look to the west, just north of Lake Ellsworth here, you can see that lowering, this defined ring. This is kind of the head of that storm you're talking about. Right now, a lot of lightning was on your right side of the screen. We could feel a lot of wind out here. You can still see some more lightning strikes. We're going to go ahead and bring the camera a little bit left. You can see it's moving east-northeast, and it's still moving now. It looks like it's starting to come over Elgin. But as it, like I said, we're just on the north side of Fletcher, seeing it in your town here, or the town in the bottom of your screen. So it's producing a lot of rain here on the east side. It looks like it's coming up over Elgin at this time. But again, we've seen a lot of lowerings and some even defined lowerings, but we've not seen anything, a cloud or anything touch the ground. So again, we're going to continue to track this as it moves east-northeast.
Major County Emergency Management, they said that there is some tornado damage in Cleo Springs without power right now, and they have their crews out as we speak, and they're going around to try to survey any damage there might be. And then Roger Mills County, we checked with them, and that's out west where Cheyenne is, and they said there's a damage to a few buildings out there. A lot of outbuildings have damage. Some homes and trailers have damage as well.
Couple of events that got shut down tonight. One was the Herd on Herd, the music and food truck party that's up on Herd Street in Edmond. They shut it down at 8:15 because of the approaching weather. And if we can show a picture of that Tecumseh prom again, these kids look a little disgruntled because they were evacuated into the hall of Tecumseh High School during their prom. We'll show you the still shot that was sent to us coming up here in just a second. And but I don't think they understand that one of these days they're going to have a great story to tell about how they were evacuated into the hall as a tornado kind of slid across the south edge of their town.
How memorable, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and they have the photo there to prove it.
All in tuxes and formal dresses, waiting it out in the hallway. And I'm sure they're back in the dance by now.